Okay, Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Today we're going to start this lesson number 16, from where we have to learn and understand about the rate of reactions, on which the things rate of reaction depends and how it's affect on the rate of reaction. So let's start the lesson from your textbook, page number 206. Okay, here, welcome, thank you very much, no problem. Okay, so have you ever tried to light a bonfire or a campfire which burns more quickly? It's just like an experiment if you done, or a block of wood or a pile of wood shaving. When you're cutting them into small pieces, which one will burn more or well? That is just simple question. So you know very well, if you have a small pieces like the wood shaving or small pieces of wood, they will burn more quickly, okay, compared to a big piece or a block of a big wood. We find that small pieces of solids, especially powder, react faster than large pieces. Why? The reason behind why? It's like frying two pans of chips. One has potatoes cut into small, thin chips. Okay, no problem. I will. Okay, thank you. It's okay. Okay. The other pan has bigger, thicker chips. Which chips will be cooked first? That is another question. Which chips have the larger surface area? Before to dive in this topic, we should know first what is surface area. Okay, for this, my dear students,
يا أخي وين المكتب؟
okay, please, sorry, there is little bit a problem in the connection. Yeah, please, okay. So before to, yes, I'm going to share again, don't worry. So please open this link that just I share with you. The student, they just joined the meeting. There the link. If you remember, we just go through and understand this one. Yes, please everyone. When you open this link, the same window will pop up in front of you, where we have the topic about the rate of reaction, which things depend on it. So the first thing here that we're going to study today, that is about the surface area. Number two, concentration. And the third thing that we discuss, that is collision theory. So let's start to understand first about the effect of surface area. Okay, my dear students, we almost discussed a couple of questions. So here a definition, or you can say that to understand about the surface area, same points that we already discussed. Small piece of solid, especially powder, react faster than a large piece. A new increase, as we increase the surface area, the rate of reaction increases. First, the thing you know about the surface area here, that a big block, just like a big box, as I already tell you, like a piece of wood or a big piece of potato, it's looking like big, but its surface area is low. It's quite interesting when you see these small blocks, but their surface area is high or more. any reaction involving solid can only take place in the surface area of solid. If the solid is split into several pieces, we split it or we divide it into small pieces, we cut it, or you can say that if we're going to make its powder, okay, the surface area increase. What happened when we make a powder? Its surface area increase. So till here, if you have any question, please you can raise your hand, otherwise type no in the chat. This page number 206 from your textbook. Okay, thank you very much. What effect will this have on rate of reaction? Obviously, my dear students, if small surface area like here in big piece, it will react slowly or the product will not come quickly. But here, if you have large or higher surface area, the product will come more quickly, or you can say that your reaction become fast. This means that there is an increased area for the reactants particle to collide with it. Actually, what happened? For example, these are two reactants, A plus B, and their surface area is like this. When they collide or when they react with one another, they convert into product like C plus D. So small particles collide more easily and more fastly compared to big pieces or a large piece. Same the example of wood. Yes, yeah, but that's, yeah, it's same like this. Okay. After this, here, the smaller the particles or the pieces, the larger the surface area. Only 1 minute, Rami. This means more collisions and a greater chance of reaction. How the reaction going on? The reaction is only due to the collision. If here you can see in these small pieces, they collide more because here is only one piece. So the reactant that going to collide with it or going to strike with it, no more collision. For about this, let's see about the collision or what is collision theory. For this, I'm going to show you on your textbook, page number, yes, 206. After understanding the pieces and the experiment here, in which we also describe same thing. So let's start to read and try to understand this experiment 16.4. What the writer going to tell about this. Number one, the effect of surface area on the rate of reaction set up by the Prater stone. So these are the marble chips, okay? That is your dilute acid, HCl. Here you put the cotton to stop this one. Now, repeat your experiment twice. The only thing you should change the size of the marble chips, okay? If first you have a big one, now after that in the second you make small pieces or powdered one. Do it once the 5 gram of small marble chips, then again with the 5 gram of large marble chips. Understand, my dear? Which have the larger surface area, obviously the small one, okay? And if you have a big one, its surface area is large. This is little bit interesting for you. How? Look here, if you cut this potato only into 2 pieces, that the surface area is the outer surface. Maybe that is equal to 3. And here is also 3, okay? 3 plus 3, that is equal to 6. But when you cut it more than 5 or 6 pieces, maybe one surface area is equal to 4. Okay, then 4, 4, 4, 4. Or even you can imagine 2, no problem. 2, 2, 2, 2. So how many pieces? Just add all the surface area, it's give you bigger or more surface area compared to big pieces. Hope you understand about that. Okay, thank you. It's okay. Yes. Now, after that, print or plot both sets of result on the same graph. Label the axis as experiment shown here. So you just write the answer on your graph. Which line you on your graph rise more steeply? This is about the graph and rate of reaction, in which we learned about this. The size of the marble chip react faster, you know, smaller one, not the bigger one. What happened to the rate of reaction as we increase the surface area? Obviously, it will going to towards the faster size, not the slower size. So as we increase the surface area, the rate of reaction increases. Very easy, my dear. Yes. So till here, please, if you have anything to ask, raise your hand. Otherwise, type no. Okay, well done. Now, after that, open your textbook page number 207. Here we have the collision theory, how we're going to understand it. So as you know, all substances are made up of particles, or we name them atoms. These particles may be atoms, molecules, or ions, anything may be. Before we can get a particle reaction, a chemical reaction, particles must crush together. What happened? They must collide with enough energy to cause a reaction. What it means? It means if you have a reactant and you want to get product, before to convert A plus B into a product, they collide with themselves. Okay, during their collision, if they have enough energy to convert into product like C plus D, then they will give you a product. Otherwise, if their collision is not enough, or you can say that not effective collision, so they will not going to make any product, and the reaction will not go towards the product side, or from left hand side to right hand side. This is called collision theory. What we call this? Collision theory. Think about the rate of reaction. What do you think happens to the number of collisions between particles if you speed up a reaction? Before to read this statement, I'm going to take you back on the link that I share with you. So after understanding, now we just little bit go down. Yes. So please be attentive and concentrate on the screen where I'm going to explain you about the collision theory. These are two reactants. What are these two? Reactants are like A and B. Okay. In order for a reaction to occur, the particles of the reactants must have enough energy and must collide to the correct angle, proper orientation. They will collide with one another properly. You can say that as head to head, and then they will convert. The collision, this number 0.1, I think you understand. Now the second point, the collision theory explains the factors that affect the rate of reaction. That is also a factor that affect on rate of reaction. Number 3 point, the greater the rate of effective collision. What it means? A collision in which after striking these two A and B, if they convert into product, what we call this? Effective collision. The greater the reaction rate. If they collide with themselves and no product is formed, we say that that is ineffective collision. The collision theory explains the factors that affect the rate of reaction. Now I'm going to take you a little bit down on the same page. Here you can see this. Yeah, the second that is here. So you can see here the effective collision and ineffective collision. So let's see them in detail. Look, A strike with B, same this A with this B. If they give you a product like this, they make activated complex, and here you have your product. That is your product. These are your reactants. That is your effective collision. But if you see in this the second type of collision, that is ineffective collision, what's happening here? These are the reactants. They react, they go into activated complex form, but their collision is not enough to make a product. So they will come again in the same way as you have the reactants. Till here, my dear students, if you have any question, please raise your hand, otherwise type no in the chat. Everyone, please. Now, quickly. Hurry up. Well done. Very nice. Great. Now, let's see the definition of this collision, and I'm just going to little bit move down on this page to understand about this one. Okay. The more the collision between particles in a given time, the faster the reaction. Very easy. Yeah. Okay. So explain the effect of surface area and also about the collision. So let's see this one here on page number 207. So let's start. Iron reacts with oxygen when you heat it in air. What do you think it forms? So that is an iron nail. You just start to heat on a fire in the presence of oxygen. So what will be happening here? So let's see, compare what happened when you heat. Number one, an iron nail, iron wool, iron filling. These three things you have to do one by one. Hold the iron nail and iron wool in tongue. This one is named as tongue that you hold because it's hot. So you need to hold the nail with the help of this. Gently, a few iron fillings into a Bunsen burner. This is called Bunsen burner. From the end of a spatula, what's happening? Think about burning iron filling. Okay, so here you can easily see the surface area of this iron as compared to a complete piece of the iron is more, and its reaction will be more faster compared to this big piece. For this, I'm going to take you on the screen here. You can see that about the surface area. Look, for example, this is a big piece of an iron. Okay, so if you have a big piece, it means lower surface area. Okay, when you cut it or you make as a powder or in small pieces, what happened, my dear students? Yes, so surface area increase or high surface area, it means their reaction. Yes, well done. More. Yes, great, very good, excellent. So here we understand two things during a rate of reaction. Number one, that effect is the surface area, and second, about the collision theory, during which the particles or the molecules or the atom or ions, they strike, then they convert into product. But be careful about that. The collision should be effective. What it mean? Effective mean that will convert into reactant to product. Okay, if the collision is effective, but if the collision ineffective, then they just came in this phase and no product is formed. So till here, my dear students, if you have any question, please raise your hand. Otherwise, type no in the chat. Then we move to the next. Okay, that's great. Excellent. Well done. Very nice. Everyone should participate. Okay, that's great. Excellent, my dear. Okay. Now, after that, we move again on your textbook. Page number 208. 208. Here we have going to discuss about the effect of concentration. Okay. Yes. Yeah. This is page number 208. Yes. Look at these instructions for a washing powder. What mentioned here? You can easily saw these things. These are in front of you. Instruction are here. Lightly solid, 1 cup. If you have normal wash, 2 cups. If you have bad stain, then you need 3 cups for washing your clothes or whatever you need to wash. Okay. So all these instructions are mentioned here. Why? Why if you have lightly 1 cup, why you have normal wash for 2 cups, why you have bad stain for 3 cups. The reason, the amount of detergent you're going to increase to wash more. If the stain are bad, you need more detergent. Yes, it's very easy. Yeah. Okay. So the washing powder dissolve into the water in your washing machine, making a solution. Okay. The washing powder contains substances which react with stain to remove them. We know very well. For example, if some oil or grease or stain or something like this is attached to our hands, or like mud, we just wash our hand with water or soap. If they are not gone, we maybe try to wash 2 times or 3 times to just remove them. Same way, if the stain are not so strong, or just you going to wash your clothes lightly, so you need only 1 cup. But if you have bad stain, then you need 3 cups, more amount of detergent. What happened to the concentration of the solution in your machine as you add more cups of powder? For this, please, my dear students, come on the link, everyone, the page that just I share with you. So what you can see here, yes, here you can see the effect of concentration on rate of reaction. So as we increase the concentration, the rate of reaction increases. For example, here you have 2 types of reactant. That is your A and these are your B. So you can see here 4A and 4B. These are your reactants. They want to react. But if you're going to increase their amount, like these all A, so as we have a fewer molecules, there are few collisions. Okay, the rate of reaction low. Here we have many molecules, there are more collisions. And which type of collisions? Effective collisions. Yes, well done, very nice. The rate of reaction is greater. So you know very well about the concentration. Now let's go a little bit down more. So we see the last thing here. Yep, that is about the concentration. So effect of concentration on rate of reaction. What? Higher the concentration, faster the rate of reaction. It means you add more detergent, your clothes will clean more quickly. And if there are bad stains, they need more detergent that will easily remove from them. Why does increased concentration increases the rate of reaction? So the answer is here, higher concentration, more particles. What it means? When you add more detergent, it means there are more particles of the detergent that going to react with the stain, more likely to collide, more likely to react. So lower concentration, and here you have higher concentration. So till here, my dear students, if you have any question, please raise your hand, otherwise type no in the chat. Everyone quickly. Okay, good. Thank you, my dear. Okay, now let's see the last part here of this topic from your lesson number 16. If your washing is not badly stained, you can save money by adding less powder. If you don't have bad stain, you just add a little bit amount of detergent and you can easily save the money. But what do you think happens if you use just 1 cup of powder on washing with difficult stain? They will not stain properly. You will probably have to wash the clothes several times. It means it will take more time. You just save only 2 more cups to remove this stain. It is better to follow the instruction given on the packet and just wash them once. Because if you wash once, it will also save your electricity, water also. But if you add every time 1 cup and let the machine to run, it will take time. During this, it will use electricity and water and again the detergent. As you add more cup of powder, you are increasing the concentration of the solution. So what happened to the rate at which the washing powder react with stain as you increase the concentration? Obviously, it will increase. So till here, my dear students, any question, please raise your hand. Otherwise, type no in the chat. Hurry up. Abdullah Shoaib. Oh, please join now. Okay. Thanks, my dear. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is the last experiment on this page. Here, couple of questions for you. Effect of concentration on the rate of reaction. In this experiment, you will vary the concentration and the acid each time. What other varies must be kept constant? So let's see. Set up the apparatus as shown. Time, how long it takes to collect 20 centimeter cubes of gas with this all apparatus. So you can find the time and also the amount of the gas. Record your result in the table like this. So here you write the acid 10 ml if you add, or 10 centimeter cube. The water will be 40 centimeter cube. What you get? Okay, gas. Then 20 and 30, then 30, 20 like this. You can change this. Which test given the fast reaction? What happened to the rate of reaction as you increase the concentration of acid? So that is all about today. Till here, if you want to ask, please raise your hand. Otherwise, type no. Hurry up. Yes, sir. Here, 2 participants. Yes, my dear. 1 minute. Mr. Rakan. Yes, Rakan.
Mister, what about the task?
Task I will tell you. Don't worry. I will upload even in the LMS so you can see from there. Okay. Ahmad Musa. Yes, my dear.
Can I leave, sir?
Let me to complete. Only last definition is remaining.
Okay.
Thank you. Now see the definition. Now in the end, what it concluded: as we increase the concentration, the rate of reaction increases. Yeah. So thank you very much for your active participation.